Now, see, I just needed David. Oh my God. Okay, let me put this music. We're gonna try this again for the fourth time, I think. Oh, I mean, you gotta laugh about it, right? Because otherwise, so for those of y'all that are watching the replay, there we go. Now we see. I have gone on 3 times. I think this is the fourth time. Yeah, I've gone. This is my fourth time, and I finally figured it. Well, I didn't figure it out. I had to call David and bother him at work to figure it out. Y'all know I cannot do anything without David. Like here, Earth stuff, technical stuff. That's David. Oh, hi everyone. I wanted to come on in the daytime so you guys could see me, so I could see you. So, because I know some people with people all over the world have to do different times, so you can kind of catch me live. Yes, thank David. Oh my God, thank you, David. I listen. He's one of the things that I am grateful for every day. Like when I'm meditating and I'm like grateful for things. He's at work. He's in San Francisco. I'm in San Diego. He's in San Francisco. Um, he does IT for his uncle's company. He's like the IT manager now. Anyway, I had to interrupt him because I'm like, David, I can't do it. Yeah. So every morning, what I was saying is like, he's one of the things that I am grateful for. I am like, thank you so much for bringing him into my life. I just love him. I love him to death. Now we just need to find him a good woman. That's what we need to find him, is a good woman. And I'm going to say that now because he's not on, so he won't be like hollering and yelling at me for saying it. Can you guys hear me well? I'm glad we got the chat thing figured out. So we'll wait and kind of let everybody get in, see if they want to join us. I mean, by the fourth time, people probably lost interest, but that's okay, right? I feel like I want to put it in the back, but uh, and I forgot to turn my notifications off, so I don't know if you guys could see that, but anyway, hope everyone's doing okay. We'll give it a couple of minutes, let people kind of come in. We're still in shadow Mercury retrograde, so there you go. We got some stuff to talk about today. I wanted to kind of let everybody come in here and breathe. Um, yeah, let's get into that space of. I'm just going to be projecting some healing to you guys. I'm just going to be giving you some really loving energy, um, some very fine tuned energy. So I'm going to be like, I'm just sending that out as I'm talking to you. I just want everybody to take a breath, relax, because we're going to enjoy this moment. We're going to enjoy this time right now. Everybody needs to like be in their present, um, especially for these next couple of weeks. It's going to be a little bit daunting. A little bit daunting is like a powerful word, but it's the way to be able to flow with this energy in the next 2 weeks is to be in your now, to be grateful, to take some action, to like put, like I said, put your money where your mouth is. It's time to like all this high. It's time to like all of those things that you've been dreaming up, that you've been looking forward to, that you've been getting through, letting go, thinking you're going to go one way and then another. It's just time to put all that into action. A lot of you may not know that saying. I'm from Texas. We have a lot of sayings. Um, I'm from Cali too now. Like I just realized I've been in California probably longer than I've been in Texas now. But so I need to kind of say I'm both. But it's we have the saying, put your money where your mouth is, which means you need to back up. It's time to back up what you were saying. It's time to like really do what you said you were going to do. It's time to commit. It's time to be here. It's time to like take the action. It's time to like do what you said you're going to do. That's what put your money where your mouth is means. I realize not everybody knows that. But, and if you're out of the country in a different culture, that's what that means. So, everybody just take a breath. I'm just sending you out some really loving, clarity, fine tuned vibration. Just clear courage. I want you to have the clarity to see it. I want you to be brave enough to do it. I want you to have the courage to do it, which is brave. And it's important that we do it with integrity and honesty. And it doesn't mean it doesn't mean honesty towards others. It means you need to be honest with yourself about the choices that you need to make, about the choices that you need to do. So for right now, let's just sit in that. Hi, let's just sit in that. Let's just take a couple of breaths. Let's enjoy our now, because now, whatever you're feeling right now, like feel it. You need to just breathe into it. It's time to be in your now. It's time to like see the reality that you're at right now. Okay. And again, if you guys could give me a thumbs up, that would be great, because this is the fourth time we're doing this. But take a couple of breaths, send some love out, send some love in, bring some love in, send some love out. My energy is expanding to all of you guys and connecting with all of you guys. Each of my soul members, even if you're not part of my soul group, my love goes to you. It goes to you. For clarity, to let you know you're doing well on your path, to remind you of who you really are, right? So let's just take a couple of breaths. Right? Yes, exactly. Like, let's just have some good energy. I mean, let's just enjoy right now in this moment, right now, being together. Um, those of you that are coming across my video, you may know, or you may think you know, or you may recognize me, or you may be like, there's something familiar about her. There's something that I know. And it's probably that we've had past lives together. It's probably that you recognize that personality that I have. Um, I often get that. I get that a lot. Or they're like, there's just something about you. And it's probably that we've met before in other lives, and we're getting to meet again. We're getting to do this again in a different way, but we're getting to see each other again, right? Like I was saying before, one of the things that I'm grateful for is David for coming into my life. And I mean, y'all know David from the side, like from the sidelines, but y'all don't understand. David has, this is the type of person he is. He willingly gives, like from his heart. He just gives. He wants to make sure that you're okay. You know, that's just the type of soul that he is. I mean, does he have his not so nice sides? Yeah. But when he gives to you, he just wants the best for you, you know. And that's how he is. Um, well, most people in my life are like that. Yeah. It's funny. my cousin, who's a Scorpio, we talk about her, being the Scorpio sometimes, and um, we talk about how people get scared of Scorpios, or they don't know how to act around Scorpios, or they're like, you got to make sure that they don't get mad. And being around Scorpios is very simple. You just have to have integrity and be genuine. If anything, you just be genuine and honest. That's it. That's all you have to do around a Scorpio is they know the inside of you. I mean, like they know what you're going to say probably before you say it. They know if you're going to be disingenuous. They know if you're going to be genuine, right? And so, as long as you speak from your heart, then you're fine with the Scorpio. You know, that's all they require. They don't necessarily have to agree with you. They just want you to speak from your heart. So, if you're dealing with the Scorpio and you get kind of iffy, just have integrity with them. Be honest with them. Come from your heart. Like, just come from your heart and you'll be fine with them. Um, I get along great with them. I've never had a problem with them. But that's because I speak from my heart. Sometimes, people don't want to hear what I got to say, right? So, everybody's enjoying. Come in, enjoy, enjoy. I'm like expanding my energy and connecting with all of you. Just connecting with all of you. I'm sending you some very fine vibration. It's going to feel different. It's probably going to feel real different if you allow it to come in. I'm not doing readings right now. No. I'm going to be talking about a couple of things about what we need to do. But I am doing Sequoia. I've thought about you because I know you've emailed me and I didn't respond a lot. So, yeah, so my website is Simply Cindy, SimplyCindi.com. You can go there, you can email me, and we can get together. We'll figure something out. Sequoia's been with me for a long time. Like, she's been one of my clients for a long time. So everyone just continue to breathe. As you're breathing in, I want you to let that energy come in. Just let energy come in. And when you breathe out, expand. Expand your energy. Like, let the world know. Expand your energy. Connect with people. Connect with other souls. Just expand, because you guys are huge beings. Oh, thank you. She said, I felt so centered since you've been back. Thank you for being here. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's nice to get the feedback. Um, Getting back to when you're breathing in, breathe in life. Breathe in other energies. It's okay. And then as you breathe out, like, don't just get rid of stuff, but like, send out love. Send out good vibes to people, you know? My mother had this saying when I was growing up, always smile at people. Always smile at people, because you never know. It may be the only smile they've ever seen. It may be the only smile they see that day. It may be the only smile they've seen that year. You never know. So you be that. You do that. You do that for people. You know, if we're all one and I'm smiling at you and I'm helping you get better, then I'm helping me too, because we're all one. Does that make sense? If I'm sending you love, I'm sending love to me too, because we're all one. As you heal, I heal. As you evolve, I evolve. We're all together. Like, when this pandemic, whatever you want to call it, pandemic, whatever you want to call it, when this all started, I mean, for a second, I was like, yes. And the reason I'm saying yes is because I heard and I kept hearing We're all in this together. And I was like, oh my God, they're getting it. Like, that made me so happy because I was like, yes, this thing has happened and we're all going to pull together, right? That's where it was going because that was our immediate thing. That's humanity. That's where we're going. But then everybody started having their own da 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 da, and then there was agendas and da 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 da. But if we can get back to that, we all are here together. We all are doing this together. So it's okay to be your separate identity, understanding that we're together. It's okay to have your opinion, understanding that we're together. Like, you have an opinion, you have your way of viewing things for a reason. Otherwise, it would be boring if we all like had the same opinion and the same way of looking at things. Nothing would be created except for the same thing, right? So we need some contrast. We need the other side of us, another soul saying, yeah, you may want to look at that again. Yeah, kind of, I see what you're saying, but let's try to see it this way, right? Like, every one of us needs that. That helps us grow. That helps us to, and then we have the choice to say, oh, maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe they were right about that. Or, yeah, no, I don't think that, right? What we don't need to do is say, I am right and everyone else is wrong. I am right. Or me and this group is right because we're right, because we know the answers. No, you only know one perception. We have all these perceptions and we need to learn to work together in our individuality. Does that make sense to you guys? In our individuality. It's okay to be, this is where we evolved to. We needed to know how to be individuals. That was all back then, right? We needed to know how to like come from source, be in spirit, then be physical, and have our own identities, right? But now we're evolving to the point where we're seeing we are our own individual, but we can work in a group. Look at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl had thousands and thousands of people working together, but they all had their identity. And as soon as that music came out, we were all vibing on that same level, right? It works. We can do it. We need to do that in life and everyday things. Understand, you have your identity, you have your perception, you have it for a reason, but you can work with the group. You can work with humanity. You can work in that. You can still keep your identity and you can work in the group. That's where we're moving to. We're starting to see that, right? Now, the messages I'm getting is spirits like you all need to pull together. Like, you need to learn how to like not just be the identity, but really pull together as a world, as a planet, right? And Mother Earth is helping us, right? That's what we need to, that's where we're moving to. That's where we're moving to. I mean, I'm not like everybody else. Everybody's opinion, other people, that are YouTubers or astrologers or spiritual, whatever. All of those people may be like, no, we have to have our own opinion and I'm right. No, I'm a little different. No, no, right? I'm more of like, no, we can do this a little better. We can do this a little bit better. Like, we can get there. We can absolutely have our identity and not lose it, and be able to work in a group and cooperate and understand that we're in a place where it's unlimited. There aren't limitations. We're our only limitation, right? I hope that came out right. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm saying anything against anyone else. I'm just like, I think in a very different way. I think, yeah, I think in a very different way. Hi. So now that we've sort of gotten some people here, I kind of want to, if you look at the title of my video, of my live, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. That is very true for the next 2 weeks. But I'm going to help you understand, okay? Hi. You have been preparing all your life. All your life. You've been preparing for this time. All your life, you've been preparing for this time. Whatever ups and downs you went through, whatever um, those things that you received, and then those things that were taken, the things that you've grown from, the dreams that you're having, the way that you see your life, that you saw your life going, but then it went a different way. It all prepared you for this time now, especially in the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, or even 2 years, you have been preparing, you've been thinking, you've been clearing, you've been doing, you've been like, okay, I want my life this way. I think I deserve this. I'm gonna allow this to happen. I'm 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 still trying to clear things with, relationships, and I'm still trying to clear things with family, and I'm still trying to clear things with work, and I'm still trying to clear things with my career, but I'm kind of seeing the better, like I have this dream now, I have this set now. And I'm telling you this reason, because all those things that you've been thinking, the way that you want to be planning, the way that you see yourself going, the dreams that you actually, the visions, the when you're in that space and you're like, yeah, I deserve that. Yeah, I want that. Like, I can see my life like that, right? Like, that's what I want. That's all culminating right now, right? Remember, Capricorn, hard work. He wants you to work. He wants you to see, but he wants you to work it. He needs you to show up. And this, in the next 2 weeks, is about showing up. It's about remember, my late husband was military, so Navy is honor, courage, commitment, and that's what I'm seeing for the next 2 weeks. Honor, courage, and commitment. You need to honor yourself. You need to have courage and be brave to take the actions of what you see your life doing, what you see your life the way you want it, and you need to have the commitment. You need to, like, even though you see it, you need to take the steps towards it, because in the next 2 weeks, you're going to have these opportunities. You're going to have these things that are going to come to you. And now's the time to be like, all right, I'm making that choice. I already thought about it for the last 2 years. I already know the answer is I do want to do this. It may look scary. I may not be able to see that, oh my God, if I jump ship and I make this choice, this world could unravel, this part of my life could unravel, right? But you've already thought this out. You've already taken some action. Maybe you took a step forward and 2 steps back, but you still took the step forward. It's time for you to commit to yourself, to honor yourself, to have courage to do the things that you need to do. Because otherwise, I'm sorry, my hair is on my microphone. Because otherwise, this is how you use the energy. Otherwise, you're going to be fighting. You're going to be fighting against the energy. Come in the next 3 months, 2 months. You're going to be like, it's going to be harder. You're just making things harder for yourself, right? And so, if you want to work with the energy now, if you want to work with this easy energy, we're still in retrograde shadow, and we're coming out of the Venus shadow, but to work with these energies. Remember, I told you the last time I was here, you knew exactly, you were born at the exact time, at the exact place, with the exact family, at the exact location of your birth, the exact day. You did that on purpose. You knew that this time was going to come. You knew that this time was going to come. You don't remember it, but in your higher self, you knew that this time was going to come. You need to trust yourself. You need to have courage in yourself. You need to have honor in yourself. You need to have commitment to yourself. Like, a lot of you, and this is going to be relationship too, because the way the sky's moving, the way the planets are aligning, I mean, it's got to do with some relationships too. Like, you know that relationship is not good for you. You've been dealing with it for years. You've been trying to make it happen for years. And now's the time to, like, put your money where your mouth is. Either decide, I know how this relationship is. You need to be honest with yourself. That's what I mean. Have integrity, have honor with yourself. If you're in a relationship that you know is not working, but you're okay with it, like it's not going to change. It's the relationship. Can y'all grow together? Maybe. There's going to have to be some big changes with both of y'all, but you need to honor yourself and say, I've been trying to do this for 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years. This is not going to change. So either I'm all in and I'm going to quit dreaming about trying to get out. So I'm all in and I take it for what it is and I'm going to be with that person even so. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to try to make you feel bad or guilty about that. That's your choice. That I have no idea. Maybe you guys had other lives where you were the one that was the horrible one, and that person was the one that, because I see that a lot. And that person in that lifetime was the one that just gave you the ultimate love, and you were just like, ugh, right? But and maybe this time y'all are deciding to do the opposite. Maybe this time you're the one that's like, I'm not leaving, and that other person's the one that's like, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of do whatever. So I wouldn't know unless I put you under and we saw, right? But that's why I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Like, it doesn't matter to me whether you stay or you go with the person. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that you're not honoring yourself. What matters to me is that you're not making the full commitment to yourself. And then y'all stay in this anxiety ridden pain, just this like, you know, I dream of a better relationship, but I'm here. But I'm dreaming of the better relationship, but I'm here. But I'm dreaming of the better, and you're back and forth, and you're back and forth, and you're back and forth. Like, make your choice. Make your choice. Either go, and it's not going to feel good at first to go because it's scary. That's what I mean about being brave. You have to have courage. Courage, honor, commitment. Be courageous enough that you saw the clarity, that you've been working on this for the last 2 years, that you've done the hard work. If you decide, I'm going to leave that job, I'm going to start a new life, I'm going to leave that relationship, I'm going to treat myself better, I'm going to have the life that I want, then honor yourself, make that commitment, be courageous, and take the actions. That's what we're in the next 2 weeks. You're going to see things open up. You're going to see opportunities come to you. Are you going to be like, yeah, I see that opportunity, but I don't want to rock the boat. Everything seems to be getting better now. It's because the energy is lifting from the retrogrades. It's the energy lifting from the, are we looking at it in the, are we fighting against it? So it's easier energy. Everything goes forward. But to use that energy, to use these planets, the energies around us, it's about having integrity for yourself, honoring yourself, having commitment to yourself, right? And the way to do that is the way to begin to do that, because you guys have already thought about it. You've been doing that for 2, 3 years. You're thinking. I want a better life. I want more money. I want a better relationship. I want da-da-da. I can live in this part of the country. I can live in this part of the world. I want to dream. My dream is to like travel the world. My dream is to like have a beautiful family. My dream is like, you've already thought about all of this. And the energy, the universe, God, spirit, the angels, your higher self, they're all bringing you opportunity. And you're like, no, not that one. That one doesn't look good. Then another one will come in and you're like, nah, not that one. I'm not ready. And then another one will come in and you're like, nah, not that one. And then another one will come in and you're like, maybe? No, I'm not going to do it. And then there'll go a little time where there's no opportunity coming and you're like, I hate my life. This sucks. What's going on? I just try and da-da-da. It's because you've been giving these little opportunities. They may not have to be the big one, but you don't know where that little one takes you. That little choice may make you go to a place that you get a bigger choice, and then a bigger choice, and then a bigger choice. And before you know it, You're in the life that you always dreamed of because you made the choices that were for you, not the ones that were for everybody else, but actually for you. You had honor, you had integrity, you had commitment, and you did it, right? That's how it works. That's how it works. You get these opportunities, are you gonna, hi, you get these opportunities, are you gonna take them? And it's your choice. Your higher self is not gonna make you take it. God is not gonna make you take it. It's your choice. We have free will. You can choose, but you have to choose. It's time to choose. It's time to take the action. And the action doesn't necessarily mean I'm getting up and I'm doing something. The action means, all right, I've decided that, yeah, this go round I'm just gonna stay here. I'm going to make this job better. I'm going to make this relationship better. That's your choice. And if that's your choice, that's your choice. But that's at least a choice, right? But when you're not, when you're like, I don't like this job, I hate what I do, I wake up every day and I just am like, oh my God, I have to go to work, right? I know I'm better than this. I know my life can be better than this. But I stay. I stay. Why? Because I don't make enough money, but I make some money. Like if that's what you want, okay. But you have these dreams, you have these aspirations, you have these inspirations that you get. You have the way that you see your life. That's your higher self trying to connect with you and talk to you and say, you can have all of this. You can have all of it. Everything that you see in your dream and your vision and your fantasy and your whatever you want to call it, you can have it. Nobody's keeping you from it except for you. And you're keeping yourself from it by the choices, by staying in the middle, by not rocking the boat, by continuing to do what your culture says because that's the right thing to do because you think you should be. That's not getting you anywhere but where you are. And that's okay if that's the life that you want, but don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself and say, that's the life that I want over there, but I'm going to stay here. Does that make sense? These 2 weeks, these next 2-3 weeks, you're going to get opportunities. You're going to see things in a different way. You're going to get epiphanies. You're going to have some people come into your life. But it's time to let go of what you already know you should have let go of. You already know this. It's time to put your money where your mouth is. It's time to commit to yourself. It's so interesting to me, and I'm going to talk about relationships. It's so interesting to me when people looking for a relationship want somebody that's going to be committed, somebody that's going to love me, somebody that's not going to lie to me, somebody that's going to have honor in me, somebody that's going to have integrity in me, somebody that's going to honor, courage, and commitment, somebody that's going to have courage in me, right? Know that I can do the things that I say I'm going to do, right? You want somebody like that, yet you're not like that. And like attracts like. So how are you supposed to attract that if you're not even being that? Right? If you're not even telling yourself the truth, how is somebody else supposed to be telling you the truth? If you're not ready to commit to life, not just relationships, to life, then how is somebody else supposed to commit to you? If you're not ready to have courage in yourself, then how is someone else supposed to have courage in you? Like attracts like. We're at the vibration that we're at. What vibration are you at? Are you at this, I'm just going to be here. I'm just going to sort of take everything that's given to me. I don't really feel like I deserve very much. Yeah, respect. Do you respect yourself? Because if you want somebody to respect you, you have to respect yourself first. And some of you Or like, no, I'll just be here. I'm okay. I'm okay. Everything's all right. Okay. Everything's all right. Like, I'll just take what's given to me. I don't want to like, I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I don't want to like upset anybody. Like, I'll just take what's given to me. But you're wishing, you're like, but I wish I had that. I mean, I dream about that and I know I can have that. But why don't I do it? I'll just stay here. That's too scary. I need you to be brave. I need you to be courageous. I need you to understand that you are a powerful, powerful, powerful being. And the only thing that's held you back in life ever is you. That's the only thing. You. You're the one that decided no. You're the one that decided that that's all you can have from this earth. You're the one that decided, it continues to decide, I'm going to have this type of life. Like, I've tried, but it's not going anywhere. So I'm just going to have this little life here. Yeah, that's you. You've decided that. You can have the big life. You can have the joy and the happiness and the big expansion and knowing people and meeting people and learning and exploring and growing, right? You can have that. That's yours. It's for everyone. It's for everyone. You just have to make the choice to have it. You just have to allow yourself. When I say that, you know how I always say, no one has ever done anything to you unless you've agreed to it or allowed it? That's for the universe too. The universe hasn't done anything to you unless you agree to it, allow it. That doesn't mean that the bad stuff, y'all just automatically think of the bad stuff that can come in. What about the good stuff? What about all the beautiful souls that you can meet? What about all the money you can have? What about all the house that you can have and the life that you can have and the people and the relationships you can have? You're not allowing that either. It's time to allow, but you need to know yourself. You need to be brave. You need to be honest with yourself about what you want, because everybody wants something different, and it's not a right or wrong. It's just something different. That's it. What do you want? You've been thinking about it for the last 2 years. I don't want to confuse you that you don't know what you want, but some of you know what you want, but you're not telling yourself the truth about it either. Because you're like, well, I want this, but I want that, but I want this, but I want that. Make a choice. Make your decisions. You'll only know that if you look within yourself. You have all of your answers. Just let it be, let it come in. Let those opportunities come in. Let those people come in. Does all that make sense to you guys? There's a big thing in fear. Fear holds us back. Oh my gosh, it holds us back. I mean, it holds us back. It just does. But again, in the fear, you're not telling yourself the truth. Each one of you have been through a lot. A lot. And I think that you downplay that in your head and you don't give yourself enough credit. You don't value yourself enough to say, my childhood, my teens, my adulthood, I went through some bad stuff, right? You're like, like, I don't think you realize that you have been through some stuff. And I don't want to curse, but the stories I've heard from you guys, that I know you've been through some stuff, okay? Like, maybe one day I'll tell some of the stories. But you, for some reason, in all of that you've been through, you get fearful of going to the next step. When you should be telling yourself, I already been through the worst part. This is nothing. If I make this choice, and listen, if you lose it all, that was old energy anyway. Make it up again. You're an infinite being. Make it up again. Do it again. But guess what? This time you're going to be doing it differently because you know better about what you want. It's very scary when you're just thinking of yourself as a 3D human being, right? But again, this is about us knowing that we are this, we're human, so we're going to work within some of the rules of being 3D, being human, but we're also spiritual beings. We're also this big energy. And so we can absolutely do what we want. You have it within you to create. You have it within you to create. And so if something's taken, that's Pluto, remember. Pluto's here to show you you can do it on your own. Is it nice to have somebody do it with you? Absolutely. But you can do it on your own. And so if something's taken, oh, okay. Bye. I'll just get another one and I'll get a better one. You know? Like, you don't have to be afraid of something being taken or losing something. Relationship. You don't have to be afraid of losing the relationship. If it wasn't serving you, if that's not what you wanted, if it was holding you back, if there's abuse, if there's whatever's going on, because relationships are complicated. It could be a lot of things going on. Okay. Like, if you want to go, go. Like, I'm okay. There's 8 billion other people on the planet, almost 8 billion, right? I'll develop another relationship. And I'm sure in the 8 billion people, there are some people that I know that are in my soul group. There are also some people that I know that I've lived past lives with, right? So I'm going to connect on some level. We're going to connect. There is opportunity to start relationships and grow. You want to go? Bye. Okay. You want to be taken from me? Bye. It's okay. I'm going to miss you, but I'm going to get another. I'm going to start another relationship. I'm going to get another job. Take my career? Bye. Get another one. Right? Right. Some of you that aren't happy, the number one reason that you are not happy is because you believe you don't deserve to be happy. It's your belief. I'm trying to get you to a place to ask yourself the question first. Do I want to be happy? Do I want to be joyful? Do I want to be abundant? That's the first question. How do I want to be? Do I want to be happy? Do I want to be joyful? Do I want to have some peace? Do I want to have calm? Like, that's the first question. Then the second question is, because you got to get through all that programming from, your childhood and your culture and your generational curses and whatever, right? Then you say, do I deserve it? And you got to say, yeah, I do deserve it. I'm not any better or any worse than anybody else on this planet. I'm not. Not any better, not any worse. We all have our talents. We all have our things. I'm not any better or any worse. So if so-and-so gets it, I'll just say that. If Jeff Bezos gets to be a billionaire, why can't I? He's no better. He's no better and he's no worse. I can do it. Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk, whoever, like Snoop Dogg, whatever. Like, if they can do it, I can do it. Exactly. Exactly. Right? The only thing keeping you from doing it is you. You not understanding that you are that worthy, that you are that valuable, that you can do this. You can do this. I know you can do this. For some of you, I've seen you do it in other lives. I've seen you do it. You can absolutely do it. You need to figure out why you're holding yourself back. And I'm telling you, in these next couple of weeks, these opportunities that come in, it's the way to get to the life that you have been preparing for in the last couple of years. Since this whole thing started, since this whole pandemic started, where it got you to rethink, it got you to stop and look, it got you out of the being so tired and looking at your life and looking at what is valuable to me. Do I want to be, is it okay for me to be in traffic for 2 hours? Is it okay for me to be away from my family? Would wanting to be unhappy be only a subconscious belief? No. No? Mm-mm. No. No. I'll explain that because I explained that in my other video. Some people, all they know is the complaining and the unhappiness and the, because they live their belief system. Maybe, I'm not saying that it is, but it may be that we live in the world where it's not infinite. If I have something, then I'm taking it from somebody else, right? And so they get into this place where they're like, um, I see this world for what it is. This is horrible. These people are horrible. My family's horrible. Everything's horrible. And that's all they know because they've told themselves that. They programmed themselves for a long time. When that is taken away, they don't feel comfortable because that they're in a space where they don't know. At least if they're unhappy, they know what's going on. But if they've never been happy or in that space of happiness, then that feels foreign to them. It feels foreign to all of us. It's with anxiety. If you don't understand and you've never been there, then when you get to that place, you might want to revert back to the unhappiness because you're like, I don't really like that. Like, what? Happy? Are you kidding? I'd have to put my defenses down. That means I'd actually have to love myself and love other people. Like, never mind. I'll just stay over here where I know. I know. I know somebody's going to do me wrong, so I know how to play it. I know that job is not going to be for me, so I know how to play it. I know how to get let down. I know how to do that. Does all that make sense? Is that a better explanation? Like some people just, and again, it's your choice. It's your choice. Your higher self is trying to connect to you to give you these dreams of saying you can be happy, you can be calm, you can be without anxiety, you can smile, you can smile at the world, you can smile at yourself, you can love yourself. There is a space for you. You know how to do it. You've just programmed yourself not to because it's easier. It's easier to know that somebody's going to be mean to you. You know that. You see it coming. You know, like, oh, I knew they were going to do that. I knew they were going to be that way. Okay. But that seems more comfortable for you because that's all you've ever known. But there's a whole other vibration where some people would say there's a whole other world. There's a whole other vibration over here. There's lots of vibrations over here that you haven't even tapped into. Why? Because you've programmed yourself to be safe because it's too fearful. It's too fearful. Like you're afraid. That's why I'm saying you have to have courage. You have to have courage in yourself. In yourself. Be courageous. Have commitment to yourself. Love yourself. Right? I know you can all do it. You've done it before. You've done it in other lifetimes. You've done it when you were spirit. You can do it here. And the reason that we have this generation and these people on this planet at this time is because that vibration that we have been in from our forefathers, from our generation, from our lineage, thought that way. We came in to understand that way and break that and move into the new vibration. Does that make sense? You're the bridge. You're the one that's like, yeah, I get that programming. I got it. But I'm going to undo it because we can do things better. Each one of you is breaking generational change. Each one of you. That's why you're here. That's not the only reason you're here, but that's why you're here. You're the one that everybody's like, they're kind of a little different. When I was growing up, I was always thought of as different. I'm glad. I never wanted to be the same like anybody else. I never wanted to be. To me, that's boring. You're all doing it in your own way. You know, the 100 monkey theory, right? Because if we do this, not if, as we do this, it's going into our DNA for our grandkids, our great grandkids, our great great grandkids. It's going into them. We're breaking these lineages, these chains, these curses, the way that we used to do things. And we're putting it in our DNA to continue our lineage, to make our lineage go at a different vibration, right? We just happen to be here at the pivotal point. Doesn't matter how old you are, whether you're 0 years old, like you were just born today, or you're 120. If you're on this earth right now, you're part of breaking your generational chains. It's what we're here for. It's not the only thing we're here for, but it's what we're here for. Now we have to do the hard work and not only understand the program, but rewrite the program. That's hard. We're at the pivotal point where we're rewriting that program. Thank you. She says, love learning from you, Cindy. Thank you, Kathy. Does all that make sense? I need you to have faith in yourself. You need to have faith in yourself. You've made it this far. You are standing. You are living life. You made it. I told y'all the other night, there's a lot of people that didn't make it. A lot of people that didn't make it. You made it. You're brave. You've done it. Continue to do it. Don't get stuck in the fear. Don't get stuck in the, am I making the right choice? Yeah, you're making the right choice. I'll tell you another way. God loves you so much. The universe, God, source, whatever you want to call that being, that part of us. So much so that he completely trusts you and he completely loves you. Like, you don't understand in this body form how much he loves you. But he does so much that he knew, because he's all-knowing, he knew that from your vantage point, from your viewpoint, you were going to make this choice or this choice. And both of them were okay. Does that make sense? He trusts you that much. He trusts you to make those decisions, to live this life. If he, the ultimate being, if the ultimate love, source, God, universe, has that much trust in you and that much love for you, how in the world can you not have that for yourself? How? Just something to think about. Just a little thought. Does that make sense? You're welcome. I trust you. I know you're going to do it. I know you are. I love you. I trust you. Just trust yourself. The only reason you wouldn't do it is if you said, no, I'm not going to do it. That's the only reason. I hope you understand how much you're supported and loved by God, the universe, the angels, your ancestors on the other side that are like rooting for you. They're like, heck yeah, that's my girl. Heck yeah, that's my boy. Heck yeah. Like they've shown me where they'll come into the room. I've said this before. And they'll be like it's almost like they gather and they watch this TV and they're watching you and they're like, watch, I'm so proud of her. That's my girl. That's my girl. That's my boy. Watch what they're going to do. Watch. It's like they're so excited for you. They're so excited for you. They've shown me that. They're rooting you on. They're supporting you in any way they can. They're the lifeline. You know how you always say, the old game where it was like, I'm going to do the lifeline, I'm going to call somebody. That's them. They're like, I'm the lifeline. I'm the lifeline. Right? They're excited. They're like, that's my grandbaby. That's my great great grandbaby. That's my girl. That's my boy. That's my grandson. Right? You got so much love and support. But all of that is not going to matter if you do not love yourself, have courage, make the commitment, make the choice, understand how you stand every day and live your life, right? When I thought I couldn't do it, you helped me with courage I needed. We all, I remember this, the understanding. Yeah, that's my work. That's what I do, just helping you, reminding you. Hi, you're welcome. You're welcome. You, I don't know if you don't believe me when I say that you're powerful beings, but remember I can see you and I can see your bigger self too. Like you're powerful beings. Powerful. Like if your energy wasn't body and you were to like go into somebody's house, you would scare them because you're huge, because you're powerful, you know? You just forget that because you're in this, like I'm 5 foot, 100 and probably 110 now, but usually like 100 pounds, 5 foot. I'm this little bitty teeny thing, but I'm huge. I have a very, like, I used to get that all the time where people would meet me and then they'd meet me the second time and then they'd say, I thought you were taller than that. It's because I have this huge energy. But I'm not the only one. You all do. You have this huge energy. When people meet me, they're like, "Oh my God, you're tiny. I thought you were bigger." I mean, I did that on purpose because I'm so huge. I had to like pack myself down a little bit, calm my little butt down. That's what I always say. You can do this. I know you can do this. Remember who you are. That's why I do the hypnosis. So you can remember who you are, so that you don't have to suffer, so that you can see the life that you want, so that you can actually step into the life that you want, so that you can let go of what you kind of brought with you and then turn that into a program. That's why I do the hypnosis. So you can see your possibilities. You can see your lives are like, oh, I was that and I was that and I was that. Now I'm going to be this, right? Now I'm connecting the dots as to why I am the way that I am and what I can actually do and why I dream and envision and have fantasies about the way I want my life to be. It's because it's supposed to be that way, right? Because I really want to create that. That's why I do hypnosis. There's no reason to keep all of the stuff from the past and then turn it into pain into your body. There's no reason to think about how the future that you think because somebody did something or somebody said something or you got something that made you think that you have to have anxiety. Live in your moment. Live with every breath that you take. You are creators. You can create. And that's why I'm saying, yes, there are people now that are going to have partners and have new partners and have new relationships. But for the most part, the bigger energy of humanity is we're not going and looking for a partner because we need to understand about ourselves first. Like I said, you need to learn to love yourself honor yourself, commit to yourself if you want that in another human being. If you want that. I wrote a blog, and that reminds me, on my simplycindy.com, I'm starting to do like daily, maybe not daily inspirations, but inspirations. If I get something, I'll write in my blog. I'm going to be writing about herbs so that you guys know that. But in the first blog that I released, it talks about mirrors. Like if you want somebody, like people are going to mirror you. They're in your life for a reason. What is that? Who is that? What is that reflecting to me? If I'm a person that wants full commitment or wants full honesty, but I'm not willing to give them everything and be really honest with them, that doesn't work. That's not how we vibrate. That's why you get, oh, I'm honest, but he's lying. Or I'm honest, but she's lying. Right? Because you're trying to vibe, but you're trying to make them be, when in reality, honestly, because like attracts like, there's something you're not being honest about. Yeah, you're reflecting it onto that other person and blaming it on them, but it's probably something that you're lying to yourself about. If you're being in that energy, then you're attracting that energy. When you can be honest, it's hard. Like to be completely honest and open. Oh, they won't ever know. Nobody has to know. It's all right. That's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract somebody that's the same as you. That's going to say, they won't ever know. It's going to be all right. Right? So we're in a place now where we're like, oh, I gotta think about how I want to be, because if I'm asking somebody else to be completely vulnerable, I gotta be completely vulnerable. Yeah, absolutely. If I want somebody to love me with everything they have, then I have to be able, not just willing, but able to love with everything that I have. If I want somebody to be completely committed, then I need to be able to be completely committed to myself and to them. I have to be able to be honest with myself and to them. I have to be able to have integrity with myself and to them. And humanity is moving in that direction where we're understanding ourselves better. And so that's why those that are like, have been through the stuff and have worked on themselves and have done all of that, they're like, I know myself and I'm still working on that like little bit of, can I be honest with myself? Like I don't even want to bring another person in yet, right? That's where we're at. That's why the energy is not about finding somebody right now. It's like I'm good with myself right now. I'm working on myself right now, and when I'm ready, it'll happen. It'll happen. Like attracts like. When you make the choice and you're ready, and you're not in fear, and you're like, yep, here we go. Bring them in. I'm ready. Because I know what I want. Because I know who I am. All that makes sense? So, like I was saying, step into these energies these next couple of weeks. Be brave, be courageous, stay in your now. You've already thought about, like back in 2 years, you've been thinking about the future. You've been thinking about the future. You've been playing it over in your head. You've been trying to see if you can finagle things and do it. Now is that time that's going to happen where you can actually make choices to pivot your life to go in the direction that you were thinking and fantasizing and visioning and meditating on. Now is that time. But in order to accomplish that, the way to step into the energy is to be brave, to be in your now, to be grateful for who and what you have, to make your choices. And if you start getting into that, ooh, it's really scary. Oh, it's kind of fearful. Remember, you've been through hell and back. And you're standing. So So I don't know what you're scared of. If it's taken away, you get something else. If it's taken from you, say, thank you. It was good while you were here, but I'm excited because I know that something else is coming true. It may not look like it in my reality, like it may be gone. I may lose a house, I may lose a car, I may lose a job, I may lose a career, I may lose a relationship. But I know enough about life to know that it's time for me to create something good. And this time I know, this time I'm better at the choices I'm going to make. And this time I'm better at the reality that I want to make come true. Something better is coming. Or it's already there. You just haven't seen it yet. It just hasn't materialized yet, but it's already there. It just hasn't materialized yet. That's all. Okay? Remember, this is the age of Aquarius. It's the beginning age of Aquarius. And Aquarius, I think a lot of people have a misunderstanding about Aquarians. A lot of people think Aquarians don't feel, right? Or they detach, right? Aquarians feel too much. Aquarians feel way too much. And can every sign do this? Absolutely. Every sign can detach. Every sign knows how to detach. But Aquarians are the masters. And the reason they get to be the masters at it is because they feel so much that it gets overwhelming. And they know how overwhelming it gets. So if you think an Aquarian is like detached or not giving you everything, it's because they're not, because they know you can't handle it and they don't want to overwhelm you. So they know how to detach. They know how to be like, I want to give him everything or I want to give her everything, but she's not ready or he's not ready. So I'm just going to give it to him in spurts. And so they get a bad rap for that, for being detached, right? But this is, I don't want you to think of the person Aquarian. I want you to think of the energy Aquarian. We're going to feel a lot. We're going to be overwhelmed. Scorpios can handle it. Scorpios is like, give it to me 100%. And Aquarians are like, I'll give it to you. And they do. And Scorpio's like, yeah, I got this. Because Scorpio knows how to do it, right? But we're not in a Scorpio energy. We're in Aquarius. And Aquarius energy is like, I feel everything. I can feel so much. That's the way the world is right now. We just have to learn to like step back a little bit, get some perspective, and move through the feelings. Because Aquarians, their growth is to learn how to detach and then connect again. That's what they do. They have to learn how to detach, and they know how to detach. They have to learn how to connect again. And Aquarians are stubborn. They're like, I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't feel like it. That's the energy right now. We're feeling a lot. There's a lot going on. We're feeling a lot. But you can use this energy. You can absolutely use this energy to gain perspective, because that's what Aquarian does. Steps back, looks at the perspective, analyzes, and by that, when they're doing that, the opposite person or the person will be like, they're so cold, they're so icy, they're so detached. They're not. They're doing you a favor. Telling you they're doing you a favor. They're like, I still have it for you. I just don't want to give it all to you yet because it's going to get overwhelming for you. Let me look at the perspective. Let me try to gather the information and figure it out, and then I can like send it to you. Okay? So that's where you have to be in that like energy of like, okay, let me step back for a minute. This is getting overwhelming. You know, we got stuff going on in this country. We've got stuff going on in this country. We've got stuff going on in this country. We've got people acting this way. We got people acting that way. We've got children being blah blah blah. We could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about what's happening. There's a lot freaking happening, right? But we have these energies to help us, And if we look into the Aquarian energy, we can use that to our benefit and say, okay, all this stuff is going on, but let me step back for a minute and get some perspective, right? Let me, oh, y'all got triple Aquarian? Woo! Yeah. Let me step back. Let me hold this energy and let me get some perspective and see how I want to do this, right? I'm not going to be afraid. I'm going to be a little bit analytical about it, but I'm going to know what's true. I'm going to know what's true. And I'm going to trust myself to make the life, to have the life that I want, to have the relationships that I want, to have the people around me that I want. That makes sense? And when it's not my business, not my business, not my place, not my business, not my place, you know? Like the mask on, mask off thing, the jab, did you take it or not? That's none of your business whether they took it or not. Everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do. It's not your business. Stay in your lane. If somebody's not wearing a mask, okay, just stay away from them. It's not your business. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't want to wear a mask, don't wear a mask. You're not going to affect me. Remember, we can be in the group. That's what we're learning to do. Be in the group and have our own identity. I can wear a mask because from my perspective, my career, my way of knowing things is that a mask will work for me. An N95 will work for me, and I keep my distance. But just because you don't believe in that and you don't wear one doesn't mean that you're wrong. It means that's your belief system. And I have no right to tell you how to believe. This stuff that I give you, it's from my perspective. You can take it or leave it. It's from my understanding. It's from the other side talking to me. It's from the universe helping me understand. But it's up to you to take it or leave it because you have your choice. You have your perspective. And I'm not wrong and I'm not right, and you're not wrong and you're not right because it's not about that. If it's not your business and not your place, it's not your business and not your place. That's Aquarian energy. Aquarian's like, not my business, not my place. Oh, that makes sense? She said, love that. No, not my business. Nope, not my business, not my place. I mean, if you ask me my opinion, that's a different thing. But otherwise, it's not my business, not my place. Okay. All right. Well, I think that's all I have. Remember, if you want to come have coffee with me, we do it. We'll do it online via FaceTime or Zoom, whichever you feel comfortable with, whichever you want to do. You can go to my website, simplycindy.com, and that is simply and then CINDI.com. We'll have coffee for an hour. You can have tea, coffee, whichever. If spirit comes out and I start channeling, that's what happens. We're having a conversation. You know, it's gone different ways. It's interesting when spirit comes out and starts channeling. For some people, it's, you know, I pull a little bit of cards. Sometimes it's just astrology. It's whatever. It's whatever. Usually it's me channeling. So usually spirit comes through. But I've had all three. Um, but you're welcome. But come visit me, come see me. And then with my hypnosis, I have to do that live, like in person. So you'd have to fly out to see me if you don't live in San Diego. If you're in San Diego, I would love to see you. But even if you're not in San Diego, I've had several clients come and fly in. I'm amazed when they do that because bye. Have an amazing day today. Glad I was able to catch you. Yeah. Bye. Bye, Daniel. Um, and also on my website, I'm starting to do inspiration blogs on there. So, and there's gonna be another category. It's called Did You Know? It's gonna be called Did You Know? And that's where I talk about the herbs and what they mean and what you kind of do with them. And if it was me, this is what I would do. So a little bit of education there to help you, because we all know systems are going to break down. It's what's going to happen. It's what Pluto's here to do. It's what Capricorn, Pluto, all that stuff. All right. So I love you, love you, love you. Have a great day. I'll probably be on the next couple of days too. I told you I'd be here. So I'm planning on, but I can't plan. So never mind. I can't even say that because David's going to be like, no, you're not. But hopefully I'll be able to do it through the PC. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.